Hey everyone, how's it going? Hockey here doing a manga recommendation for a manga that I really enjoy. I love this manga, and it goes by the name of Tokyo Ghoul or Tokyo Kushu. And if you don't know what this is, it's actually getting an anime adaptation for the summer season, so please look forward to watching that. But I will recommend you, even if it's getting an anime, to read this manga because it's very unique, and I'll get into the uniqueness right now. Alright people, I just want to stress one thing. There is a slight minor spoiler in this video, and that's pretty much it's pretty much stuff that happens in the first chapter. I don't address anything else in any other chapters deeply, so you don't have to worry about that, but it just happens in the first chapter, and it's explained on every website you go to that the description of the manga will be there. So if it bothers you, then I would tell you not to continue, but if it doesn't bother you, by all means, continue on. So, Tokyo Ghoul is a horror dark fantasy seinen by Sue Ishida, and it's serialized in Shueisha's seinen magazine Weekly Young Jump. The manga started its serialization somewhere in September 2011, and it pretty much at the moment has 11 volumes and is still an ongoing series. So the story follows a young teenager who is fresh into the university studying for literature by the name of Ken Kaneki, and the story pretty much follows his progression through kind of receiving receiving organs from a ghoul due to him being killed by a ghoul. And the story pretty much follows him trying to adapt into this lifestyle of being a ghoul. So in this world of Tokyo Ghoul, the world is kind of split between two beings. There's humans and then there's ghouls. Now, it's kind of easy to see who would be considered the villains of this story, I guess you can call them, and that would be the ghouls. Because since they eat humans, the humans really don't like ghouls, and ghouls don't really like humans because of the way they treat ghouls, and the fact that some majority of them just see humans as cattle. And so this kind of sparks a lot of interesting development for Kaneki, since he is put into a situation where he is turned into a ghoul, and since ghouls only can eat human meat, you get to see the experience of Kaneki going through this transformation of not being able to eat anything else besides human meat and etc. And I think it touches on some really cool aspects of not really how society kind of works, but the outlook on different things. Because really, when you're reading it, there is no clear-cut bad guy. Granted, there's some bad people, there's bad ghouls, but then again, if you think about it, there's really some bad doves, which are pretty much the human task force that are sent to fight ghouls. They're called dove, and so there's still some people on that side that you can consider bad. But for the most part, the story does a good job of not really having you pick a side on who you want. Granted, most likely you'll always be rooting for Kaneki's side, because Kaneki as a main character, he doesn't start off like a beast or like a badass in no respects, not at all, man. Some people might not like him actually at the start because he is kind of a punk. But the thing is though, when you look at the series and take it for what it is into his situation, you truly understand why he is the way he is. He was just a perfect human the other day, but now he's a being that can't even operate like an actual human. And so just seeing these transformations into him becoming and turning and learning the ways and trying to balance his life between being a ghoul and being a human, and trying to show even other people that are ghouls that you don't need to do some things, like you know, you don't have to consume humans and etc. So you get to see a good balance between both humans, how the human outlook and the ghoul outlook on this world and the society that these characters live in. So when it comes to Tokyo Ghoul, one of the main reasons I really love this is Kaneki himself. That's like a really big reason. But another reason is the artwork. The artwork is pretty unique. It is kind of ink drawn, which means that a lot of the pages kind of look painted in a way that, I don't know, okay, let's say you grab like a paintbrush, you have white paper, you spread it across the paper. It leaves kind of like that ink blot kind of just got like feeling, and that's the way the pages, a majority of the pages look. Definitely when it gets to the action stuff, it looks really unique. And the way he does depictions of horror, I think is really well done. Not a lot of manga can pull off the horror feeling. I mean, there are some that really can, like for Gantz, for example, with the weird 3D rendered creatures planted on pages. And there's some stuff like Ghoul and Eden and some other things like that that really can portray horror really well. But this one is on that level of portraying the horror, not in the sense of weird creatures or anything, or like disgusting pimples on people. It's more the fact that what the ghouls do and the ghouls' lifestyle is really the thing of which is what really makes it very dark and almost a little bit disturbing. Definitely some of the depictions of how they depict like the tortures that happens like later on and stuff like that, like the losing of limbs and just like the organs and everything. The way they depict it with that style of drawing that he does is really kind of like, it makes you like, ugh, and that's one of the main reasons I really enjoy like continuing to read. Let alone, I think the story is one of the best right now. Like, it's one of the mangas, the only mangas that I'm really looking forward to reading besides a couple of others. So I really do think this story is so well written, and the way he progresses his characters, and there's a whole wide variety, a whole cast of characters with their different motives and their different outlooks on society and life and how they want to cope with being a ghoul. Also, we even focus on the Dove members who just think that it's wrong what the ghouls are doing and just want to tempt them out because they think that every ghoul is a villain, and that's not even the case. Granted, they do prioritize other higher level ghouls in different districts that are pretty much more districts that are more overrun by ghouls and are a lot more dangerous. Of course, they focus on those more, but if they have the chance, they will take out any ghoul really they need to, because they think like a majority of ghouls are just, or all ghouls and for that matter, are just crazy psychotic killers. And that's not even really the case as you read on with the manga. You learn that definitely the main hub, which goes by the name of Eneteku, I think I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's pretty much the main hub of the series, where everything is kind of starts. It's like where everything starts and then things starts to branch off, and then usually comes back here, because this is where the majority of the ghouls that don't eat humans go. And so this is where Kaneki pretty much stays and does he works there pretty much because it's a cafe. And so it's the main hub, and the characters that are here are they all have their own motives and reasons for doing exactly what they do, and they're all explained throughout the whole thing of the story, and they're not one-sided, single-minded characters or anything. They're very complex characters, and they, like I said before, I keep saying, they have their own motivations, own reasonings, and it's really, I can't stress it enough how well written I think this series really is, and it hits on points so well, and it delivers really good. Definitely in later halves of the series, like where it's translated now, where it hits so hard, and I'm just like, Kaneki is probably one of my favorite protagonists because of the outlook that he has, and the fact that he's a beast, but he can contain his monstrosity, and it's so well done, man. It's really well done. So people, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's just me putting out Tokyo Ghoul, showing you that I really just do enjoy this series, and that's all I can really do. I don't want to stress, and I don't want to go on and spoil this amazing story with these amazing good characters to you. I don't want to do that. So I just want you guys to check it out for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Also, the anime is coming out, and I'm planning on reviewing episodes for the anime. So you can also look forward to that if you would like to. But for the most part, people, let me know what you think about Tokyo Ghoul if you are reading it. If you're planning on reading it, let me know also. And let me know also, like, who is your favorite characters? What is your favorite aspect of this manga? I would definitely love to also know about that. But until next time, people, this has been Haoshoku Haki. It's always been a pleasure talking to you guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. And scratch that. I'm not Haoshoku Haki anymore. You can just call me Haki. Peace.